Ikaw, bakit parang black and white tayo ngayon? Halloween special na ba natin? Mid-October pa lang, diba?
No, Meg, it's not the Halloween special, but today's episode is going to be about the roots of professional photography. I'm talking about covering film-based photography.
Oh, you mean we'll travel back in time kung saan hindi pa gawa ang mga digital SLRs?
Exactly.
Ano nga bang film-based camera?
We're gonna get to that in a while. But did you know na ang invention ng photography ay napaka-importante sa history ng tao?
Oo nga, it actually transformed how we conceive the world.
Indeed. Because of photography, we're able to capture those important moments in history and immortalize them for the years to come.
Tama! Kaya excited ako sa episode natin ngayon.
Oh, you should be, Meg, because yung mga featured photographers natin, marami tayong matututunan sa kanila ngayon. Particularly one of them, isang sikat na photographer who will introduce us to photography with a cause. I'm talking about taking photography to the next level.
Wow! At meron ako in store para sa ating viewers. 2 days ago, may nakilala kong isang sikat na film-based photographer. As a matter of fact, nag-attend ako ng photo exhibit niya.
Cool! O ano, balik tayo sa color?
Ha?
The basic technology behind film photography is fairly simple. A still film camera ay gawa sa 3 basic elements: the lens, the film, and the camera body itself.
Alam mo ba, Paolo, ang pinaka-trick dito is to combine all these elements para makapag-record sila ng isang crisp at recognizable image.
Right on the dot, Meg.
Film-based cameras to some are relics of the past. Pero sa karamihan, ang film ay isang artisan's material and a photographic experience no digital system could hope to ever recreate.
While many photographers will swear by the quality of both film-based or digital cameras, the fact remains that film is still a valid way to take great photographs and a fascinating way to learn more about how photography works.
Alam mo ba, Paolo, photography is not just about the technical stuffs and the art. There is so much more to it.
That's why I'm proud to have Mr. John Chua on the show with his Photography with a Difference advocacy.
Okay, that's a tough question. How I started in photography, that's about 40 years. PWD, it's Photography with a Difference. It started one Sunday afternoon where I had to go at the back of Manila Yacht Club. So I was looking at dinky boat. So while I was taking picture of that dinky, a mother came out and said, "Oh, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm trying to take a photo of this dinky." I said, you know, why? For an advertising. So she stick around and she started talking about, you know, how the camera is and all that. And then she mentioned that she has a special child. I said, wow, that's difficult. I understand having a special child would take a lot of effort. So I thought of treating them. I said, I have a pet elephant at the zoo. I'll invite you and your son to come over and feed the elephant. Next day, I came over and I took the son and the mother to the zoo, hoping that this encounter with the elephant, I'm able to take pictures of both the mother and the kid. So in the afternoon, I gave all the photos to the family, and the father called up and said, "These are beautiful pictures. What can I do for my son?" Well, I said, you know, buy him a camera. So they did, and then 3 days later, the mother called up and said, "John, would you like to take us back to the zoo? And with a new camera, I taught the son how to turn on the camera, press the shutter, and how to view the images. So we went on and started taking pictures. At the end of the day, when I saw all those images, they were fantastic. You know, then I came to realize that children with autism has that different world. Having a camera, they're able to take pictures of what interests them. And through those images, we'll be able to understand better on how they look at the world. I'm 63. I think I'm finding my niche on a higher level. We have, so far, in the last 3 years, we have organized about 30 workshops all over the country, involving more than 1,000 photographers. I think my role here is just to create this workshop, to connect volunteer photographers to come in, connect them with beneficiary like Autism Society of the Philippines, Down syndrome, ADHD, visually impaired, these are PAVIC org, and then we have the deaf. Okay. Funny, as we move along, I hear so many things, so many stories about this. They thought I'm the one who's taking pictures. I said, no, each workshop has its own stories. What I do is to bring out the volunteer photographers to come in. And they thought, in the beginning, they thought, hey, I'm here to share my experience, to share my knowledge with these special children. But in the end, it was them, the photographers, learning a lot about life, about being patient, right? And one of the president of the Camera Club, I remember in Davao, said, you know, John, thank you for this workshop. This is the first time I've seen all our club members. They were not competing with each other. They were helping each other to make a difference with these children. So far, what have we done? We have students from St. Benil, students from UST, photographers. They're into advertising photography courses. They volunteered their skills. So we had created workshop for children with cancers. One officer in Kite Foundation realized that most children, these children with cancer, they don't have any formal portrait with their families. So they have this idea, why not do a formal portrait with these children with cancer and their families. So we've been doing that. Last month, I was in Zamboanga. These are photographers based in Zamboanga. What they did was to form a group, right? And did a workshop for visually impaired children and Down syndrome. As you all know, Zamboanga City has a negative image about Zamboanga. When you mention Zamboanga City, you think of kidnap, you think of explosions, you know, about that. So one of the photographers said, how can we do to help our city? I said, the same photographers now are grouping themselves together to create a positive image of Zamboanga. They're going around, taking nice pictures of Zamboanga. Last week they had this festival and they capture all the street dancing, competition in the Vintas and all that. So I feel at this level, PWD is people with disability, right? So we are making a difference to children, but now we are one notch higher. We're making a difference to a city. So we hope if we're successful in this, we will duplicate it in other cities in our country.
Pinaka-ultimate goal ko as a Canon advocacy team member, as a volunteer photographer for the Photographers with a Difference, is to inspire more people of my story, how I've been through, what I've been doing. I am a visually impaired person doing photography. How ironic it is that a almost blind person would do photography just like that. So with that story, with that God-given blessing that I am experiencing right now, gusto kong maka-inspire na sa mga ibang tao na wag lang basta magstay sa isang sulok at magmukmok na parang wala nang kinabukasan. Hindi po kasi maganda yun dahil habang nabubuhay tayo, may pag-asa pa rin syempre para sa ating lahat. No matter kung ano yung mga situation natin sa buhay. Yun po. Yun pong ultimate goal ko is to inspire and to prove na hindi talaga pwedeng maging hadlang ang kapansanan para sa buhay natin. Kapansanan natin, nandito to para magkaroon ng, sabihin natin, anghang ang buhay natin. Pero gamitin natin yung anghang na yon para sa ikabubuti natin.